Hey guys, welcome back to the Detour. I'm Cecily, and today I'm going to be showing you my top 3 favorite ways to use a foam roller, and it's probably not what you expect. So join me here and bring along your foam roller. See you soon. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do with the foam roller is get into our upper back, the thoracic spine, and that's an area where I find a lot of us can tend to hold quite a bit of tightness and rigidity. So this I find really helps a lot. So we're going to take the foam roller and set it up so it's horizontal across your mat, and then using your hands, just get yourself propped up in front of the foam roller to then ease your way back so that your sort of bottom edge of the shoulder blade makes contact with the foam roller. The hands then can slide to the back of the head, giving it some support. And we're just going to start with the feet apart, the hips a bit lifted, doing a little bit of a gentle roll here from about the lowest rib up toward the top edge of the shoulder blade, and just going back and forth through that region. And as you do that, just notice and observe where you might feel some tighter areas, some restriction, and then find one of those sticky spots and lower the hips back down. Take a breath in. And as you're exhaling, just slowly ease back over that foam roller with your shoulders. Feeling the head just drop back into the hands. And from that position, just take a few breaths now into the abdomen. Imagine that you're kind of breathing up into the bottom edge of your rib cage where the diaphragm is. Using the breath to just bring a bit more release into that sticky zone. And then using your hands for help, bringing the head back up, lift the hips again, and do a few more passes of that same area of your spine. Find a new zone. Take that breath, put the hips down. As you exhale, ease back. Move into the breath. Again, the hands help lift us back up. Let's do this one more time. So reset the feet, lift the hips up. Let's do a couple more passes up and down. Find that third sticky spot for today. Could be higher, could be lower. Once you've got it, put the hips down, breathe in, and exhale back. And stay there, letting your upper body just feel heavy into the foam roll, and breathe into the front of the body there, into the belly. One more breath. Gradually bringing the head up, and using your feet to just push the hips backwards so that then the hands or the elbows can release onto the foam roller and you can ease yourself back up to seated. So that would be one of my favorite ways to use a foam roller. Can you kind of feel what it's done there for the upper back? It's a really good counteraction to all of the postural tendencies we have from driving and working at a desk. So even to just take breaks during the workday, this is a great tool to have. The next thing we're going to use it for is going to be a little bit of a core activation. So you're going to turn your foam roller now lengthwise or vertical on your mat and bringing your hips right up onto the edge. Okay, I have the knees bent, and then I'm just going to use my hands at first to give myself some support so my body can feel where that foam roller makes contact as I come down onto the back. Okay? And then same thing, I'm just going to slowly begin to take my head up and then slide one hand back at a time and ease myself back up off of the foam roller. You might do that another time if that felt a little bit awkward and unfamiliar. Or bring the hands right to the backs of the knees and use this for support now to feel a little wobblier with the foam roller. Walking the hands down the backs of the legs all the way until the point where you feel like you need to stop in order to be able to come back up again. Get to the top. If that felt challenging enough, then do it the same way again. Or you might try with the arms forward. So they'll stay now extended in front of you as you begin to tilt the pelvis. And it's like I'm searching here for the foam roller with each one of my vertebrae. And when I feel those little wobbles, I just try to go with it in a way where I can maintain my stability rather than overcorrect. Just that one more time. See how it feels. It's the kind of exercise that can start off feeling really challenging, really unfamiliar, but with repetition can actually start to feel totally manageable. So this is a go-to core exercise of mine whenever I have a foam roller available, because I find it also does a lot for my spinal mobility at the same time. The last thing we're going to do here, my third favorite way to use a foam roller, is actually in standing. So I'll give you the option here as you set your foam roller up again across the width of your mat to bring your mat and your foam roller with you toward a wall if your balance is feeling a little bit shaky today. Stepping one foot onto the foam roller, just see how that feels to begin with. Just notice if you're able to bring a little bit of weight into that foot. Could you even offload just for a second the other leg and just see how your body responds to that. You're welcome to do whatever you need to do with your arms to encourage balance, or again, have that one hand or even two hands if you're facing a wall on that wall. And then change sides, taking the opposite foot onto the foam roller, and just start easy, even just shifting that foam roller around a little bit, giving your foot a little bit of introduction to what that surface feels like, and shifting up and down. Let's do one more. And then I'm going to go back to the first foot, and now just play with the idea of gradually shifting again into that right foot, or whatever foot's on your foam roller, and then can we bring the other foot up onto it as well? And then just come back down and do that again. So it's nice and quick. Start with the left foot coming on this time. Shift up. Take your time. Feel the little vibration there in the foam roller and your foot's ability to respond to them. Right foot comes up just for a second and then come back down. Okay? We'll try this again and now see if we can come up and stay a little longer. Keep a little bend in the knee. Feel like you're pushing down into the foam roller as that second foot comes up, and then respond to the rolling where your feet have to stay really connected to that foam roller, responding to its every move. And then coming back down. Now, how could this change if instead of stepping forward onto the foam roller, I stepped back? So if I began with my right foot on and then slowly just eased off. Again, I just start slowly, feeling the weight shift back behind me to take the left foot up and down. Again, shifting back, up and down. And then right foot on the floor, left on the foam roller, shifting back, up, down, and up and down. One more time. Lean it back, use that wall if you need to, stand it up, and then you can step over. Just finding those transitions onto the right, over with the left. Training your nervous system to be comfortable with this sense of instability rather than always feeling like the ground has to be totally solid underneath us. These kind of variations can then give us this sense of preparedness so that when we are on unstable territory or unstable ground, we're still able to move and respond without having to fall right over, which then decreases our tendency to fall and keeps us from tripping over our own feet. So I hope this has given you some things to play with today, that you're seeing your foam roller in a whole new lens. And I look forward to the next time we get to play together. Thanks for following the detour today. I'll see you next time.